Ringside Reality.
Hello everybody and welcome to Ringside Reality. I'm your host Jonathan Lilly, along with my co-host Christopher White.
Did you just say old Holocaust Chris White? Along with the Holocaust Chris White?
That'd be a deadly wrestling name.
With old Chris the Holocaust White? Okay.
The Holocaust Chris White.
This
is Ringside Reality episode 33?
Well,
34?
We can't count the one that we were... Well, you'll have to explain to people now what happened. But
So,
we'll
explain. So, we had a podcast done up. It was 2.5 hours long or something. And there was technical difficulties with the recording, and we lost the whole thing.
You can tell them what actually happened. Apparently my microphone wasn't plugged in. Or it was.
Well, it wasn't that it wasn't plugged in.
You know,
About 10 minutes in, Chris's microphone was trying to died out and come back and died out and come back. I don't know what was going on. I think he was looking at porn at the same time.
What?
And it was just eating into his computer space. That's all it was.
Boy, if you... I was banging my cat upstairs.
His computer was slowed down by the porn he was watching. The cat banging porn.
Yeah. I was watching the old cat threesomes. But maybe because I was watching all those porn cat videos, that it caused lag. I guess they call it lag, not leg.
Lag, yeah.
Anyway, lag, and then it was like the whole time. I don't know. I never heard it, but. So, I mean, really, to be honest with you, if you go by hours and content, that was probably a good 2 episodes we never uploaded, because 2.5 hours is it was really long. So we should have had 3 episodes up since last month. Instead, we only got 1, so it looks like we're slack arses. But we've actually recorded probably 3 or 4 hours of material in the last month, and we just fucked up, or I fucked up, or something happened. So it kind of sucks. But what can you do?
I mean, 34 because. This is 34 because 33 was the podcast that we did with our friend Curtis Hunt and his podcast Hero Mode. So in that episode, I think we say that episode's 34, but technically that was 33. Now this is 34. And you screwed up the continuity of it all, Chris.
Well, I think you fucked by. It's 35 episodes. 35 episodes before something went really wrong. That's not too bad, I suppose, is it? Fucking give me a break, by fuck.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love.
Did you hear the story of McMahon's fucking easy? So, alright, hold on. Let me turn down the old. Didn't Jerry Lee Lewis marry his 9-year-old cousin or something, bud?
Yeah, well, she was 14, I think. Really,
isn't that
not even an exaggeration? She was 14.
Yeah, that's a real story. It is
yeah.
So the McMahons have this pay-per-view name from a guy that marries 14-year-old cousin.
In I don't know what year it was.
It was 60s or 50s, I guess, wasn't it?
60s, I guess was. Yeah, I'm not sure. But did you hear they changed the logo?
I didn't look at it. I read a snippet of it.
They changed the logo because the old logo looked like a ball and a dick. Like 2 balls and a dick.
Good fucking wrestling company. So, all these names that they have, this is fucking... McMahon is... I think we would both agree that he is a senile old bastard. And he still thinks it's 1956. But he's going out some old drive-in now looking for a milkshake and a burger somewhere, probably with Linda. Fucking... he's out of touch. So, all these names that they got... I thought this story was hilarious. They fucking call it Great Balls of Fire. You probably read this. Jerry Lawler talked about it on his podcast. They called it Great Balls of Fire. And, of course, what happened right away was, as soon as it got leaked out, Jerry Lee Lewis's attorney called fucking WWE and was like, because Jerry Lee Lewis trademarked that quote or whatever as soon as the song came out back in the 50s. So he owns Great Balls of Fire. So he called him, the attorney did, and was like, hey, you guys can't use Great Balls of Fire. It belongs to Jerry Lee Lewis, copyrighted. So instead of just going, alright, fuck that, we'll just call it, Judgment Day or Bad Blood or whatever. Man, anything really, right? Any old pay-per-view name. They paid him fucking... they seriously... They paid Jerry Lewis money, dude. Money. To use the name Great Balls of Fire. I'm gonna be honest with you. You couldn't even pay me to use the name Great Balls. You know what I mean? Like, I would never even think of that. So, not only is McMahon using the name, instead of just Judgment Day or some shit, he actually went out and paid Jerry Lee Lewis's estate to use the name and the song. Oh, by the way, after they paid, old fucking pedophile Joe there was like, hey, you can use my song too while you're at it, I guess. So that's why they're using the song. Like, what's your opinion on Vince McMahon paying to use Great Balls of Fire, which is a fucking way out of touch?
That's ridiculous.
How much do you think it was? Watch, it was like $2 million. I'll do it, damn it!
Ridiculous.
Imagine if he's like, that's gotta be $5 million. The big man was like, that sounds like a good deal.
Just for the fact that you watch stuff on the network, like watch old pay-per-views on the network, and they can't be bothered to pay the copyrights for the old music on the network.
Oh yeah.
But they pay for Great Balls of Fire. It makes no sense.
Oh, no, it makes no sense. Well, here's the thing, dude. If they had I'm gonna just, this is a horrible idea, but I'm just trying to make like a relative comparison. Firework is a song by Katy Perry or something, right? And you want to call the pay-per-view Firework, but like that's somewhat relevant to today's fucking society, man. The song is like 4 years old. It was a huge hit. Everybody knows "Baby You're a Firework." Like, at least there's, as stupid as fuck as it is, at least there's something there. You're like, okay, it's kind of mainstream, Katy Perry, Firework, let's call it Firework. But Great Balls of Fire? What year is this, man? Like, that has nothing, that's from the fucking 50s, man. Like,
I still don't really wrap my head around the fact that it's actually called that. I don't understand why. It's never been explained to me why it's called Great Balls of Fire. Is that supposed to mean something? Like, okay, bad blood means something. You know what I mean? That means there's bad blood between two people. Judgment Day, even that, like...
Fastlane is on the way to WrestleMania, the road to WrestleMania, so you're in the Fastlane.
Yeah, there's not many, like... Even Capital Punishment.
Yeah.
I read a review of Capital Punishment today. It was held in Washington, D.C., so it made sense. Like...
Yeah, it makes sense.
But... Even In Your House fucking made sense because they were giving away houses, remember?
Yes, and you're actually watching the pay-per-view, funny enough, in your house.
Yeah. But like the first one, they gave away a house.
Yeah, they gave away a house, yeah. Old Todd Pettingale gave the house away, didn't he?
Yeah. But this is just, it doesn't make any sense. The song is so old. Like, I heard it played the other night when the promo was playing for it or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, this seems so out of place. It's not...
I know, it's like, they're trying to do this theme, like, old 50s theme. They had, like, the old cars and stuff, but the thing is, it just doesn't resonate. Like, no, it's not even the people like us, man. We're older than probably a lot of people that would listen to this show or go on, like, the IWC are all a bunch of fucking teenagers and young 20s, but even us, like, that doesn't resonate with me. Really?
What?
Great Balls of Fire? I just think it's fucking hilarious that they paid for it.
Hey, seriously, Great Balls of Fire is not even me father stuff. Like, Dad was born in, like, 64, man.
Yes, man. Like, Great Balls of Fire is your fucking grandfather shit, boy.
Yeah. Like, you gotta be 60, you gotta be 60 plus to even understand what that is, man. Really.
And, you know, like, I can't wait to hear, like, Brock Lesnar if he says, like, imagine some big old beast like Brock Lesnar who's supposed to be taken seriously and all this to be like, I'm coming for you at Great Balls of Fire. Be like, okay. Sure you are, Lesnar. Like, holy fuck, man. So, that's coming up, but I guess we could just, there's a couple things I want to touch on before we start talking about Raw and Extreme Rules, Money in the Bank, which I'm sure we'll all touch on. I don't know if you've been following this, but there's a feud going on in wrestling that's way better than ending since the Attitude Era, probably. It is old Russo and Cornette. They're gone savage on each other, like,
oh yeah,
the boys.
I heard Russo apologize to him.
Yeah, but it was all sarcasm. Like, he didn't actually apologize. He was being mad.
Oh, really?
He was being mad sarcastic. So basically the gist of it was, you know, it's the story of the two of the boys. They hate each other, and they're like 50-something-year-old losers, basically, man. Like, they're like fucking high schoolers. Anyway, they've always been down each other's throats a bit, but Cornette went on table 3 with Bischoff, and they both talked about how much they hate Russo. So then Russo goes on a podcast last week. Now, I listened to this podcast. I just seen it there before this came out. And Russo went ballistic on fucking Cornette and Bischoff, saying, like, they had no balls. Why don't you come on his podcast and donate the money to charity and argue it out? And he's like, I know stuff about you guys that about Michael Hayes and you guys that I would never say that would ruin your lives. Like, you're all horrible, disgusting scumbags and all this. Like, it was pretty hardcore. So, fucking Cornette comes in a couple days ago. He's gone savage, boy. He was like, Vince Russo. He's like, challenged him to a fight for $5,000 in the middle of fucking park somewhere, like some unknown location. and he called him a fat, unemployed fucking loser who lives in his mother-in-law's basement. That's where, by the way, Cornette, Vince Russo lives in his mother-in-law's basement, man. He wasn't even joking. He's being serious. He's like, he moved back to Illinois, where his wife is from, because he couldn't afford to keep his house, and he moved into his mother-in-law's basement. So anyway, he called him all kinds of names, and Russo sarcastically apologized. But anyway, if you're following it, if anybody out there is not, or sorry, if you're not following it, anyone listening, just go back like 2 weeks. Well, there's a whole 20 years of this, but the last couple weeks is heating up. It's way more entertaining than any crap you watch on TV. Like, it's fucking hilarious. Like, listen to Jim Cornette's rant like a couple of days ago on his podcast. Like, it's, in my opinion, they're both fucking mega losers. Like, Cornette's obviously a scumbag too. You should have heard the stuff he was saying, Johnny. He was like talking about his family and shit, and like, Cornette's a bitter old piece of shit. So is Russo. But anyway, that's my little tidbit. Just anybody out there that's not following it, you know, if you want something to actually be entertained by, and you probably should. It's fucking Savage Feud. It's deadly. I want some headline old Mania 20 or 34 next year. That'd be deadly, wouldn't it?
Can you imagine that fight? What a slow, plodding fight.
Oh, fucking. What a dead. You imagine if the main event of Mania was old Vince Russo versus James E. Cornette.
Oh, cool fucking 50, 60-year-old men just sort of falling on top of each other. Buddy comes out of his mother-in-law's basement. Oh, apparently Russo emails Vince McMahon at least once a week, according to Cornette, begging for a job. Every Monday night after Raw, he's like, I can help you, bro. Well, you know how Vince Russo always says bro all the time. Bro, yeah.
So apparently he emails McMahon like a couple of times a week begging for his job back. He's like, I can save your company, bro. He's like, listen, bro. And so it's getting pretty nasty. I'm expecting something to come out in the next couple of days, like another fucking doozy. But I don't know. I just want to talk about that because it's been hilarious to me.
I haven't read anything on it. I've seen it today. Like I said, I seen that article that said Vince Russo apologized. So
yeah, that was mad.
I didn't get a chance to read it, but
no, it wasn't a real apology. It was fucking hilarious.
I haven't watched the Table for Three with Cornette. I've seen bits and pieces of it. I know there was one point there that it got pretty heated between him and Bischoff and all that.
Yeah, they were talking about, I don't know, what were they talking? It was some old story about Ole Anderson or something. I don't know. Like, apparently they cut a lot out.
Yeah, he had a story about how the first time he met Bischoff, Bischoff gave him the cold shoulder or something.
Sorry, my computer's fucking up.
You need a website.
Okay.
Why not do it
I don't know what's
yourself?
going on here.
With Wix,
Sorry.
you can create your own professional...
Fuck off! Sorry. Something's going on.
Turn off the old porn, man.
Okay. Can you just give me 2 seconds for technical difficulties, actually? Hold on. What's going on? The computer's broke down. Okay. Alright. Computer's got black. You there?
I'm still here.
Okay. My computer's just shut down. It's not even shut down. It's just got black. What the fuck? I'm not doing anything wrong. It's a brand new computer too. Is this all being recorded still?
Yeah, is it just gone to sleep?
Like, I was getting kind of scared. I'm not a smart man. Alright. So
rain.
say it for me, Tucker Nuts. So yeah, I don't know what we were talking about. Ole Anderson or something, or fucking Arn Anderson.
Ole Anderson. What a good topic of conversation, Ole Anderson. How relevant in today's society.
Fucking old. This podcast got for reals at 14 minutes in here.
Yeah, talking about Ole Anderson. We know we fucking ran out of stuff to talk about with Ole Anderson.
Holy crap. Mad friggin' dynamic sizzling podcast. Taking over the old internet. Bry spends 3 hours on Ole Anderson versus Arn Anderson in a Spinebuster versus Spinebuster match. I don't know. Let's ask a couple random questions. Did you end up seeing that that Joe and Paul Heyman segment?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
That was like the most. Or I thought Joe like actually came across legitimately as a badass, which is something that like you never see. Not even like WWE corny badass either, where it's like, oh, I'm badass, haha. Like he came across like an actual badass. Rest Rousey.
I hope that it's going to be a good match. I hope it's not just like he's a transition between like.
Oh, he is, yeah.
You know, but I know he is, but I hope it's going to be compelling anyway, a little bit. Like I said, I haven't really watched much of Raw or SmackDown. Like I catch it the first hour or so, but it's Raw is way too long.
Well, you gotta watch program. You can't do a podcast. You don't watch TV shows.
Yeah, but I'll just watch the highlights of it the next day. But Raw's too long, man. That's way too long. I can't be up to 12:30 at night, but like, come on.
You gotta go to Betty Poo Poo. I don't watch it either.
That's too much for me. Like SmackDown's not so bad. 11:30 here. Well, people might be like, "Oh, what the fuck, 11:30?" Yeah, it's 11:30 when it's over here. 12:30 for Raw. 11:30 is not so bad. I can do 11:30, but fuck, like that extra hour, man. I gotta get up at 7, so.
I don't watch it either. I watched a little bit of Raw there fucking Monday, but I don't know. Like, there's a couple of storylines going on, but it's pretty shitty, right? Like, there's someone attacked Enzo. I guess that's going to end up being Cass, I would imagine. Kurt Angle's getting these text messages, which we all knows where that's going. The game.
It's going to be the return. Apparently, it's the return of Stephanie. Yeah.
Yes, but you know we're headed for WrestleMania 34. Yeah. Because anytime there's a big comeback, there's no such thing as fighting like a young guy to put him over. Like everybody fights Triple H. It's like Sting comes in, fights Triple H. Everyone just fights Triple H. So if Kurt Angle has his return match, Johnny, let's make a bet. Who do you think is going to be against? Oh, I don't know. The game.
Yeah, the game.
Like another slow, lethargic, or fucking plotting WrestleMania match from Triple H, which all his matches at WrestleMania are shit too, by the way. Like, when was the last time he had a good WrestleMania match? Like 20 years ago. Yeah. So, well, the only one I can actually remember being good, I'm not even joking. Remember that one with Orton? Oh, that was bad. Yeah. The one he had against Daniel Bryan there to start like WrestleMania 30. Remember he had to beat Triple H?
Yeah.
That was actually a good match, but the rest are like his match with Reigns last year, his match with Rollins this year, his match with Lesnar was fucking garbage. His match with Orton was shit. His match with Booker T was shit. Like he's got shitty matches. I just wish like Angle coming back, like it's a good chance to like put him up against a young guy, or at least another established star. But it's always kind of like I know I'm going on Triple H renegade, but it's always Triple H. So these text messages, he just puts himself into these big matches, but. I don't know. Is there any other way that you could see this going besides Stephanie coming back and it end up being Triple H versus Angle? Like, that's the only thing I can see. Really.
I hope that don't happen, though. I don't want to see that.
Oh, God.
I know.
Why would you want to see that?
I know Angle said he wanted to have a match with Samoa Joe.
Yes, well, that makes more sense because they got quite a history, too.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't even mind seeing Angle and AJ Styles.
No, I wouldn't mind seeing that either.
Good, I think.
I wouldn't mind seeing old fucking... If it was up to me... for Angles, like he's probably going to wrestle at Mania next year, right?
That's apparently what his build is going to be. Yeah,
if it was up to me, I'd have him take on the old Drifter, Elias Sampson. Okay, I was playing guitar.
They should bring back old Darren Young to take him on.
Okay. What?
What a 5-star match that would be.
Oh, horrible idea.
Darren Young versus Kurt Angle.
With old Bob Backlund as a special guest referee. Imagine. Old Bob Backlund puts old Angle in chicken wing. Fucking. It should be old friggin'. I heard that they're bringing back old Darren Young versus Titus as the main program for SummerSlam. Remember that was voted worst feud of all time or something last year? Wasn't it voted like worst feud in the last 20 years or something?
Probably. It was fucking garbage. I know that.
Oh, man. I remember as I was home, I think we were watching a pay-per-view when that crap was going on. We were like, holy fuck. So, there's not much going on, really, like the Russo thing. So, Extreme Rules came and went, which another thing I just want to touch on is Jim Ross kind of touched on this, but we've talked about this way before. just drop the name Extreme Rules. Like, it doesn't fit in this era.
No.
Like, I'm not. This is not even shitting on WWE. Like,
the pay-per-view itself, I've read a few reviews. I watched it myself, but I read a few reviews to see what people were also saying about it. Most people are saying it wasn't like the matches themselves weren't all that bad. Like, it wasn't total shit, but the stipulations made 0 sense for the pay-per-view.
yeah.
So if you get DQ'd, you lose the belt. How is that extreme whatsoever? For one, the tag match, the tag cage match was a good match, but the fucking it didn't make any sense. So once Jeff Hardy was out of the cage, and Sheamus was trying to get out, couldn't Matt just let him go and followed behind him and won?
Yes.
Didn't make any sense at all. Like.
When he was trying to get out through the door and Matt was holding him. Yeah, well, wouldn't Matt just be like, yes, but I go on out, I'll just walk out after you?
And then they would have won. It made no sense whatsoever.
But first of all, wouldn't you be like, so let's just say, like, you're my tag partner and you're, like, the best friend in the world to me. And we're all there and we're like, oh, man, I love you, boy, you're my tag partner. Or you're my brother, even worse, like, the boys are actually brothers. If I was Jeff, I wouldn't even want to leave the ring. You're leaving your brother in the ring with 2 guys now. Like, you're actually, like, throwing them to the fucking wolves, aren't you? You're like, it's almost like you see Matt just play, like, don't go, please. Matt's, like, begging Jeff to stay in the ring.
As soon as the match started, I was thinking to myself, like, because remember, they all went for the sides or whatever to climb up right away? Or, like, well, Sheamus and Cesaro went for the door, and Matt and Jeff went up the cage or something like that. And I was like, you know what? I would have just double-teamed the one guy and let the other guy go. And then just beat the shit out of this one guy, and then the Bodhi just climb over.
I know, it makes no sense. That was like, it was an okay match, but it was one of the dumbest stipulations.
Yeah, it didn't make...
So.
And well, the main event... Oh, wait a second. I can't skip over this shit. The I Quit match, it had DQs and a count out.
Oh, yeah.
Who
was in that again? Neville and Aries.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fucking DQs and, like, you... That was like, seriously, like, I knew it was going to happen. I think we were talking before, and I was like, because, like I said, there is a trend with pay-per-views. Is they're shit, they're booked like shit, but the matches are decent enough to be like, oh, it was a pretty good show. But, like, actually booking-wise, like, it wasn't that good of a show, but it wasn't bad either. But do you remember a pay-per-view that was so fucked up as that one? Like, there was nothing made nothing made any sense. Like, the whole show, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Like,
what really got me was it was a submission match, right?
Oh, yeah.
Why didn't the submission count on the outside? It always counted before. Like, every submission match I've ever seen, there's always been submissions on the outside.
Oh, yeah, because he had him in, like, in a move on the mat on the outside, and then they were like, get back in the ring.
And Neville actually tapped out outside. And they're like, oh, it doesn't count because I got to be in the ring. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. But I'm pretty sure...
Since when?
But I'm pretty sure Charlotte and Sasha Banks had a submission match like 2 months ago on Raw where she put her in the bank statement around the railing, remember it, in the crowd? And she quit. That was up in the fucking rafters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes no... and they start counting.
Oh.
He decided, he's like, 1, 2, and I'm like, what? Is there a count out in this? What the fuck's going on? I was like,
well, there was count out.
Extreme Rules.
Yeah, there was nothing, like you said, they were like 55 minutes in and a kendo stick was used, and that's the other thing. I don't know what's going on with, like, Alexa Bliss is a fucking smoke show, and she's hot as fuck, but she's on a reign of terror that's up there with Triple H's by. Like, she fucking, I don't know, it's just, the IWC is hilarious, because she's hot. Like, is anyone ignoring the fact that she's basically pushed harder than Charlotte? Like, my god, she made Bayley, like, Bayley's done. Like, she's eat. The last, like, 3 months, Alexa Bliss has made Bayley look like a fucking... Well, Bayley did it to herself, though, didn't she? She sucks, like, I suppose, like, not really anyone else's fault, but... Anyway, Bayley's buried horribly after that feud with Alexa. And Alexa's just stomping through everybody. Like, this whole Revolution thing is fucking all about Alexa Bliss. Man, she hasn't even lost... There hasn't been... I can't remember one segment or match where at the end of it she didn't stand tall. Ever. In the history of freaking her career. Well, she's only been in wrestling like a year and a half, man. She's like 6-time champion. She hasn't lost a match in like 4 years. Well, I don't care. Like, I like her, but it's just fucking hilarious that she's plowing through everybody and nobody says anything.
She's the first ever Raw and SmackDown Women's Champ. She's
she's the first ever.
She's the only one to win both of them.
Oh yeah, that old pole match order was fucking. Bailey had like no offense. She looked like a mad loser. Did you see that promo Bailey had in the back before the match? Oh my god.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Oh, on the pay-per-view, she was like, or maybe it was on Raw. She was like, I'm coming for your championship because I am Bailey. I'm like, okay. I'm like, she has like no emotion at all. So I don't know why nobody's talking about that, but I don't care. Like I said, she is hot. She has some nice arse on her too. But yeah, that makes no sense. She's plowed for everybody.
She has a better character than anybody else on Raw, especially.
Oh Jesus, yes, Raw's women division's fucking eat. Sasha comes out like doing that old. Well, hold on a second. Has Vince turned Sasha into another dancing gimmick too? She's been dancing the last few weeks after her match.
Yeah, because she's dancing with Rich Swann.
Oh my god. So pay-per-view was like okay. Oh man, when he comes out, he's like, stop looking at me, Swan.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
Like, when he comes out, man, I actually want to just stab me cock with a fucking knife or something. I just like I can't do this. I wish his older Rita Baba just come and chop me cock off and leave again. I'm like, this is just bad.
You can't handle this?
Apparently not. Apparently, he's like, oh, baby, you can't handle this. And he's like dancing with his arms going like a fucking chicken or something. He's like, Merv, why the hell are you dressed like a chicken? Like, he comes out, he's like, I don't know what. Anyway, that match was fucking throwaway. What was the main event again on that pay-per-view?
5-way.
Oh, the 5-way. Yeah, that match was like the last 10 minutes was okay, but
even that, how was it Extreme Rules? It was just a fatal 5-way. There was no special.
There was nothing extreme. Like I say, it's not even their fault. There's no blood or anything anymore. It's mad PG. Like, just drop this whole extreme Hell in a Cell. It doesn't fit in the product. It's not even that it's their fault, but it just doesn't fit, dude. Like, get rid of it, man. Like, you can't have a pay-per-view called Extreme Rules in this era. It just makes no sense. A Kendo stick, or Kendo, or whatever stick, Johnny, man? Really? Like, that's as hardcore as we got that whole night. At least Jericho went on some fucking thumbtacks last year. Like, this year all we had was a Kendo stick? Like, really? And another thing, too, by the way, back to the cage match. How is that hardcore, that old chain link fence? That looks mad soft and comforting when to get plowed into, doesn't it? It's like goddamn fucking old fucking Sleep Country mattress or something, boy. Like, how is that hardcore at all? Like, when someone goes running into it, it looks like he just bounces. Yeah, it's like, ah. So, because the cage looks like something fucking that's supposed to be padding, basically, is what it is. Like, it looks like you'd rather hit the cage than the ropes. Anyway, whatever. So
I hate those new ropes. I hate that new cage. They came out with that a few years ago. Remember when people started going through the cage and all that shit?
Oh, yeah.
I never liked that. I bring out the old blue one. I likes the blue cage.
The blue one's hardcore, friggin'. That's why I don't understand why they don't use it, because it was mad solid.
Yeah, those big fucking bars on it, yeah.
Yeah, like, it was actually solid, so I don't know what's going on there, but I don't know what's going on with friggin' like, SmackDown and Raw is fucking hilarious. Like, SmackDown shit, too. I'm off that train. Like, nothing makes sense on SmackDown, man. I was watching SmackDown. Fucking, get this. Like, 3 weeks ago, Baron Corbin came out, and remember he attacked Sami Zayn and put him on a stretcher?
Yeah.
Next week, Sami Zayn came out. Nothing wrong with him. He was perfectly fine. He come out, he didn't even mention the fact that he got stretchered out of the building the week before. Like, Road Dogg is booking this. Road Dogg, if you're listening, get yourself off Triple H's fucking dick and go do something else for a living, because you suck as a booker. You're horrible. Remember Road Dogg said he was the reason Stone Cold was fucking...
Oh, yeah.
He's responsible for Stone Cold Steve Austin, apparently. Anyway, Road Dogg, you suck. Like, nothing makes sense. Like, he comes out, Sami Zayn comes out next week. I didn't even bother writing any of this, because I was just like, this is horrible. Baron Corbin put him on a stretcher, man. And then fucking Sami Zayn gets in the ring with Corbin, and Corbin runs away. He's like, why are you running away from a guy that you just laid out on a stretcher last week? It should be the other way around, if anything. Like, I know he's a heel, and he's trying to play coward to heel. Johnny, if I seen you somewhere and I beat the crap out of you, and I seen you the next day, I'm not going to run away from you. I just beat shit out of you, boy. Like, it just made no sense. That whole show, SmackDown's bookings eat. Like, it really is. I don't know if you've even been watching it.
Oh, yeah, I watched it. I watched it last week.
Was it any good? I missed last week, I think.
It's the same old, because where they're going to Money in the Bank now, so you just getting the same, like, you're getting Ziggler versus AJ Styles, and you're getting Corbin versus Sami Zayn, and you're getting the same, you're going to get these 6 guys fighting each other in different scenarios over and over again, right?
Why? Like, why should I care about... Name me one reason why you or me or anyone wants to watch Ziggler versus Styles. One reason. Just get, like, honestly, one, except for fucking nerd that's like, this should be a good match. Seriously, give me one reason why I should be like, it's 30 degrees outside, the fucking birds are chirping, friggin' it's a beautiful summer's night, that I should come in out of my house and be like, I gotta go in, man, Ziggler's taking on Styles. Like, why? What's the point? Why are they even fighting? Like, because they're in a match together, that's it? There's sense.
Yeah, there is
like,
no point.
No, there's like no point to it. Like, when that show is over, when SmackDown ends and Raw ends, SmackDown especially these days, what did you remember from SmackDown the last like 3 weeks? What's the big? You know what I mean? When a show is over, if someone says, if you're talking to someone, you're like, oh, that just happened, that was awesome. But if you can't remember anything that happened, you obviously put out a shitty show, man, didn't you? Like, I can't remember.
The only thing I remember from last week's SmackDown is the fucking Breezango's fashion files.
Okay. Oh, Lana came out too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But like, and like, what made you want to tune in next week? Like nothing. Like, there's nothing that happens on SmackDown where you're like, I gotta watch next week. So I don't know who's Bro Dog's booking that. Each fucking eat. But
that was also very weird, that women's thing. So Lana comes out, asked for a spot in the Money in the Bank match. Shane said no, that she had to earn it. Later on that night, she comes out and costs whoever in the match, Naomi or whatever her name is. And they never said that she was in the match, but I read the other day she's in the match, apparently.
No, she's fighting for the title, man.
Oh, is she fighting for the title?
She's got the title shot at fucking Money in the Bank versus Naomi.
That makes no sense at all.
You need to earn it. Actually, don't even worry about having to go through the Money in the Bank match. We'll just give you a title shot. Like, what?
That makes zero. She hasn't had a match yet, ever.
She's having a match, but you're right. Shane came out and was like, you got to earn this. So, well, obviously, Money in the Bank's like supposed to be hellacious. So if she did that, like, she'd at least earn it. She's like, you know, you're not getting that. You're not coming in and getting Money in the Bank match. Man, 4 or 5 minutes later, in the back, he's like, you're in title match versus Naomi, Money in the Bank. I was like, what?
I didn't understand it either. I thought he was going to say, you need to earn it so that you're going to take on Naomi tonight, and if you win, you earn your spot into the Money in the Bank. That's what I thought he was going to say. And then she'd win by some, you know, shenanigans, whatever else. But no, like, she's only had... Wait a second, I should correct myself. She did have one match on the main roster, and it was at WrestleMania there a few years ago.
No, did she? I don't even remember that.
It was that 8-women tag or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was horrible.
Or that 12-man tag or 10-man tag or whatever the fuck it was. She was in that, and that was the only time she had a match on the main card. And now she's like, second match on the main card, title shot.
Yeah, well, this is our first one-on-one match ever, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, it does. So she's got a title shot. Like, I think she's gonna win too, because they seem to like she's over, even though she got no experience. Pretty much, I put my money on the fact that she's probably gonna win. So, like, I don't know, man.
Who do you think's winning that female Money in the Bank?
I don't even know who's in it, but like,
well, all the women are.
Well, if Lana wins, and Lana's a face, so a heel, I would say, is gonna win it. So I don't know, like,
Tamina?
Who's in it? Oh, alright.
Can you imagine Tamina versus Lana for the title? Holy man.
Well, if I was friggin'... That's actually what work out good for Tamina, because I'd get her father to come in and kill Lana for me, and just pin her in the middle of the ring.
Is he dead? He's dead, isn't he? Come back from the grave?
Is he? Oh yeah, he died, yeah. Oh, so he can't do that. Maybe he'd come back to the grave, but I'd be like, Dad, I was like, you already murdered someone. Come murder her too while you're at it.
The ghost of Jimmy Superfly Snuka
comes in and tries to get away with it again. Hold on. Breaking news. Oh no, that's not breaking news. Jinder Mahal. That's the other thing. SmackDown's eat by, like, Jinder Mahal, like, he's a champion. Everything should be on him. Everything. I was watching SmackDown a couple weeks ago. Like, he didn't show up until like the last, like, he was like an hour and 10 minutes into the show before he even showed his face. I'm like, But this doesn't make any sense. Back in the day, can you imagine like when Austin was on top or The Rock or something? Like, as soon as the shows start, you'd be like, get your main guys out there, get people interested. Friggin', he's goddamn champion, and like, I'm watching like the Colognes have like 3 different segments on the show, 3 or 4 segments, and fucking the champion's not even there. I'm like, this doesn't even make any sense, boy. I'm like, oh, that shows. And the New Day's back too, by the way. I fucking hate New Day. I don't know what you think's a new day, but they're definitely not a new day anymore. That's for sure.
No, they had the whatchamacallit, they were on the Fashion Files.
Were they?
Yeah.
Are they in a feud with someone now?
No, what was it they were doing? They came to get fucking info on. Oh yeah, they come to get info on the Usos. That's what they're in a feud with the Usos.
Oh god, I fucking hate the Usos.
The Uggos?
One day ish. What's that even?
One day is H.
Yeah.
He's like, what is
I don't
that
even
mean?
know like what the one day ish, even in the way it's supposed to be said,
Yeah,
means.
me either. I was. They come with the shirt on. I was like, what? What does that mean? One day ish. So that means like maybe 1 day or 2 days or 3 days, like 1 day ish.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, fuck, bye. So Money in the Bank's next weekend, I believe.
It is, yes.
They've announced by Raw's announced fucking Ross announced Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Hardy Boys on Raw again. Okay.
Oh man.
Again, it's WWE. Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Hardy Boys will be taking place this Monday night. Okay, man. Alright. Seriously, so that's coming up. That matches happen every week since WrestleMania.
That's too much, man. Is there any other tag teams on Raw though? Really? Enzo and Cass and the Club is it?
Well, I guess Enzo and Cass kind of got like a. Well, the Club, are they still there?
I think so. Yeah.
But where's the Revival at?
He broke his jaw. Remember?
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Dawson,
that.
whatever his name is, Scott Dawson.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's not really much on the go these days. Like what's the next? I don't even know what the next Raw pay per view is, but Great Balls of Fire.
How
So
could you forget?
there's a couple pay per views. I guess so.
You'll be here for Great Balls of Fire.
All right.
We'll get to watch that together.
What is that? The Sunday night? It leaves on a Monday.
Yeah, but I think
we'll probably just.
Aren't you doing something that Sunday night?
Well, it's the last night of the year, so I'll probably get roped into hanging out with mother and father or something.
Well, I thought the wife told me that Melanie said you're going in town for something.
No, we're going in town on a Saturday night after your party to Friday night.
Oh, gotcha.
Old vacation podcast on the go here. Well, like, no, seriously though, there's not a lot on the go. Like,
one big thing happened today in wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anybody who doesn't watch WWE, but New Japan put off a really good show. New Japan Domination, and Okada and Kenny Omega put off an hour-long draw match.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Or seen it on. I didn't see the match yet.
I heard it was fucking awesome. I haven't seen the match yet either. I just read about it earlier. Yeah, 1 hour draw. That sounds like a fucking barn burner.
Yeah, I heard it was a deadly match. Apparently, well, I see it on Facebook there. So that's something everybody should check out based on the reviews. Anyway,
yeah, I'm gonna check it out very
soon.
Like, yeah.
You might have to watch that tonight, bro.
Yeah, by the time we get this done, it'd be bedtime for me.
Okay. Oh yeah, I guess it's 9 o'clock tonight. I'm trying to think. There was a couple of things that I want to talk about, but like I said, there hasn't been much burn stuff. Like the New Japan match, I want to see that. You finished up Lucha Underground, you said, so there's other stuff besides WWE, I guess.
I finished up the second season of Lucha Underground. Well, that's all that's on Netflix. I think there's more than that online. I just haven't had a chance to download or anything, right?
Well, yeah, there's 4 seasons, I think.
I'm going to check it out there now, actually, see how many seasons it is.
So there's that, and I don't know what else happened on. I'm kind of interested in the. I'm kind of interested in the Joe and Lesnar fight. rest match or whatever you want to call it. But the thing is, I just read again that like Meltzer was saying that Lesnar is going to hold on to the belt till Mania and then drop it to fucking Big Dog. Man, when Michael Cole says it's the Big Dog, I just crap. But he's holding on to it. So that means like we all know that Joe's not winning the belt, but kind of interested in that match a little bit. Like that should be okay. Old Storeman should be coming back soon, I suppose, shouldn't he?
I'm not sure. I from what I understand, they're gonna try to play it up till SummerSlam, I think.
Yeah, but like, is he gonna come back like in feud? Or what's he supposed to do at SummerSlam again? Lesnar?
No, actually, there's only 3 seasons
too.
of Lucha Underground.
No, really? I thought there was more than that for some reason.
3rd season is on now.
I'm gonna have to watch some of that too.
I say, man, that's good. Man. There's some fucking hardcore shit in that that's like craziness.
More hardcore than Extreme Rules.
Oh man. Some of it I couldn't even believe. Like my friend Curtis was here yesterday, and I had to show him some of the stuff. Man, there's a match between Tejano and Son of Havoc, and it's a Boyle Heights bar fight. It's fucking brutal, man. They got a bar set up next to the ring with like bottles of liquor and beer and stuff. But he backdrops him through the bar. Like all the glass shatters through his back and stuff. I was like, holy fuck. Then he takes a box full of bottles, stamps in the bottles, makes glass, and fucking old curb stomps his face into it. I was like, oh fuck shit.
Fuck, that sounds nasty.
But in a good way.
Sounds like more hardcore than what we just watched.
Jesus, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out old friggin' Lucha Underground and see what that's all about.
Some of it's better than... Some of it's crap, right? Obviously, and some of it's really good, but... Rey Mysterio's in it.
Well, you can't win them all. Is he?
Rey Mysterio's in it. Johnny Nitro, or Johnny Mundo as he's called now.
Johnny Mundo, yeah.
Yeah,
there's a few old familiar faces. Old Vampiro's on commentary.
Chavo Guerrero Jr. is there. Chavito. PJ Black, who used to be in the Nexus. Remember? He used to be...
I remember
He used to be the guy that used to do the Shooting Star Press. I can't remember what his name was in WWE. But.
I remember him, yeah. Remember they dropped the ball with that Nexus program, like fucking...
Like bad.
That was another doozy. Friggin'. Weren't we watching... Or no, that was... Fuck, how long? That was a long time ago now.
Was that fucking 2011, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Like
2010-ish,
11-ish or something?
6 years ago, yeah, because...
Whatever happened to old Bad News Barrett, anyway?
I don't know, he's probably dead in the ditch somewhere, probably.
Okay. Just assume that he's dead in the ditch. Because he left WWE. Him and old Jack Swagger are probably dead in this year. Friggin', apparently Vince is happy with the old Drifter Elias Sampson's gimmick.
Yeah, a bunch of people are saying he's actually doing way better on the main roster than what he did in fucking NXT. He was horrible shit in NXT.
Yeah. He's doing the opposite of what everybody else does when they show up.
But now he's obviously not fucking deadly or nothing in the main roster, but he is.
No.
He is what he is. You know what I mean?
Well, he's something a bit different besides Feather coming out, even though he looks exactly like Damien Sandow / Seth Rollins. But like, at least he dresses a bit different, plays guitar. He doesn't just come out and be like, "I'm a good wrestler." Like, good job, bud. I suppose. I don't know. Apparently, everybody seems to be happy with him. Like, I'm kind of getting used to him. I guess. I
got no problems with him, really. Like, there's, I don't really. He is what he is. It's just like. It's the gimmick he got, right? It's not... He's supposed to be shit. Really. You're not supposed to be like, I like this. You're supposed to be like, fuck this guy, right?
So basically what you're saying is that he should... Who's the intercat? Oh, he's going in a feud with Dean Ambrose, apparently. Elias Sampson is.
Yeah.
So, but Miz is champion now, isn't he? I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we wrap things up? I don't have much to say this week because I haven't really seen... I kind of missed RAW Smackdown, which sucks. Like, see, the thing is I'm like you, but I actually... Even though it's so shit, and this is the worst I've ever seen it, ever, in my entire life. Like, that's not even recency biased or anything. I actually think this is the worst ever. I still like... because we does a podcast, like I still like to sit down and make it through the show, but I actually try. It's just lately I can't get through it just because of work. I'll be tired. But next week, now Monday, tomorrow night, and Tuesday, I'm gonna actually try to watch, because Money in the Bank is next Sunday, isn't it? I just asked that, didn't I? Money in the Bank's next Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to actually try and watch, because we'll probably do a show before, like a prediction show now next weekend or something, and talk about RAW and SmackDown. But I'm actually going to try to watch RAW and SmackDown this week, just so I can actually see what's on the go there, because I haven't watched it much, so I don't really have too much on my old plate tonight, to be honest, because I don't really know, unless you got something you want to fucking blab on about, but I don't really have anything to talk about. What a deadly product.
No, there's not much...
Alright, complete silence! You're like, just like, Buddy starts talking about old Elias Sampson again because there's nothing else to
No, there's nothing.
Yeah,
like
sorry.
I said, I haven't really watched the product much. Like, I got school and stuff going on, and life is going on. You know what I mean? And it's not like the product's red hot that I need. It's not must see TV right now. I mean, you can basically miss it and watch the. And we talk about this. This is almost the problem with wrestling nowadays, is because I can miss it and watch what happened on YouTube tomorrow for free. You know what I mean? So that's a big reason why wrestling is shit nowadays, is because you don't need to watch it. Back in 1998,
No.
you needed to watch Raw Monday night. If you didn't watch Raw, it's going to be fucking ruined for you the next day, because you weren't going to be able to tape it off and watch it the next day. Somebody's ruining that shit for you.
Well, the thing is, too, is like, yeah, like, even if they didn't, like, it was, the thing is, if it's like, it's kind of like, I can PVR ending and watch it the next day, but if I, like, so, the hockey game's on in, like, 20 minutes, and Pittsburgh might win the Stanley Cup. I want to actually watch the game. Like, I can PVR that by coming from work tomorrow and watch
you'll
it.
know who
just
won,
like I can
though.
do with YouTube. But even if I didn't, like, even if I shut off, let's just say I shut off, didn't even go to work tomorrow or anything, and just had no idea who won. The difference is that just like wrestling, you watch it. I actually want to see it tonight. Like, I'm counting down. Like, 20 minutes left. Like, if wrestling was good, like in '98, so you could have watched. Remember, it used to come on at Tuesdays at like 4:00.
Yeah.
After school, you could have, theoretically speaking, waited until the Tuesday, even though you might have found out at school what happened or whatever. But you used to stay up till goddamn 2:00 in the morning. Now, why did you do that? Because you actually it was so good you had to see it. That's the thing, like, people only watch it on YouTube a couple days later, because all I'm saying is that if it's really good product, you want to watch it live when it happens, because you want to see, you're anxious to see. You're like, fuck, I don't want to wait till Wednesday to see what happened on Raw. It was awesome last week. I'm watching it live tonight. I want to see. That's the thing, is there's just no reason to tune in, so you're kind of like, well, they don't make money off YouTube either, do they? That's another thing, too, is those social media numbers.
Well,
like, I don't know, if Dave Meltzer just came out, or someone came out and said, I don't care what they say, like, apparently it's a load of shit. Like, something like they actually have, like, 60% less YouTube and Twitter and everything than what they claim. Like, they're claiming they got, like, billions of fucking people watching it on the internet and everything. Apparently it's not even close to that.
well, they do get paid.
You watch it for
They get
free.
paid for YouTube, just for, like, obviously their videos are monotonized.
Chicka.
Yeah, they're monotonized. So obviously they're getting money for, you know, their videos playing and the ads that are on the videos and shit like that, right? Like, I'm looking at their site right now. Let's see how many. They get 16 million subscribers. 16.3 million subscribers. That's a shit ton of people. But then again, that could be so many unactive accounts, right? Probably fucking 1 million of them or 2 million of them on unactive accounts. You know what I mean? That people just don't even use Facebook.
Yeah, but that's the whole, like, that's the whole fucking world, though, right? Like,
That's the whole
obviously,
world,
That's
yeah.
not just like, yeah, like, that's a lot, but like, well, it's a lot, yes, but it's not like, fuck, man, people like goddamn Britney Spears got like 200 million followers on fucking Twitter or something, so it's not like that much, really, for the entire fucking planet. It's, I don't know, it's just, that's their thing. Like, the ratings are tanked. They're like, oh, lots of people watch this on social media, but like you just said, they're not actually watching. They're just watching clips. So you're not watching anything. It's kind of like, you know, you can go on friggin' Facebook and watch a teaser for like the next Walking Dead or something, or the day after you can watch like a scene from it and everything. You could do that, but you're not actually watching the show. People aren't actually watching the show. For some reason, I know they're worried about it, but they try to play it off that it doesn't matter. And that's bullshit. I know they're fucking scared that the ratings are like... They did like a 1.6, man, last week. Come on. And they're like, oh, well, nobody watches TV anymore. No, apparently USA is in way more households now than it was back in the 90s. 99, 2000. It's in twice as many homes. How come ratings are not down for the NBA playoffs and for Super Bowls? And people still watch TV if it's good. So that's their excuse. Nobody watches TV anymore. But goddamn Walking Dead does 50 million people on Sunday nights, doesn't it? People, if it's good, people will watch it. Well, I don't know. I think they're using the internet thing as too much of an excuse, really. You just said, you're I can just watch it on Tuesday. You can get off school Tuesday, just go and be how long would it take you? 20 minutes to watch the entire show?
I was just watching a clip just then. I was on the site, you were talking about Baron Corbin attacking Sami Zayn or whatever. That's on there. I just watched a clip if I want to, or not watch it. Right? Naomi demands a match with Lana at Money in the Bank. So this is funny because I'm gonna go. Let's say I want to go through it and see what I'm gonna watch. Right? So I got Naomi, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch versus Natalya, Carmella, and Tamina. No. New Day try to bribe Breezango in the latest Fashion Files. Now that I'd probably watch just for Breezango. Then they got AJ Styles versus Dolph Ziggler for the second week in a row. Mojo Rawley versus Jinder Mahal. God.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Backstage promo by Randy Orton. New Day versus the Colognes. Fuck me.
So a whole fucking show was there, man.
Doing a backstage promo. Baron Corbin. Nakamura versus Kevin Owens. And that's it. That was the main event. Nakamura versus Kevin Owens. Then it goes into... No, I think I watched bits and pieces. I don't think I caught it all. I honestly can't. If I did, I don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't like where they're going with just Nakamura.
205 Live. All of 205 Live is there.
Yeah. Well, how long does it take him to upload Raw on the network? Do you know? Is it the next day?
I know you can watch it on Hulu the next day.
But I got Showbox on my phone. Yeah. The app. It's Raw's. They're full. Every TV show is there the next morning, full shows.
5 days ago.
Hulu definitely.
So. Yeah, Tuesday. So Tuesday, all of Raw was updated, put up on YouTube. Every single segment.
Yeah. The thing is, too, you don't want to watch it on Hulu because they tinkers with it and makes it by the time it's live Monday, but by the time it goes to Hulu, it's exactly what they want you to see. So all the
I've never seen any of Raw. I don't think, man.
I heard that watched it on Hulu.
I've never seen any of it. No, I don't remember Heath Slater and Ronda versus Cesaro and Sheamus, or.
Well, you watched what was the opening segment again? I can't even remember.
Bray Wyatt enters Roman Reigns' yard. Is what it said.
Okay. Seriously, shoot me in the fucking face now.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt.
That's what it says.
Roman Reigns' yard.
Oh my god. Why do I have...
Oh god, look at this. Kalisto versus Titus O'Neil.
Yeah, okay.
What a barn burner that was, I'm sure. Raw.
What was that on? Kalisto versus Titus O'Neil? Boy, old Kayfabe's mad dead. I seen the old friggin' advertisement here a couple days ago. It was an autograph signing in a mall coming up next weekend. And it was Kalisto, Titus O'Neil, Alexa Bliss, and Nia Jax. Titus and Kalisto are feuding right now, and so is Nia Jax and friggin' and they're all together at Kayfabe's mad dead. They don't even bother anymore. Remember when old Jim Duggan got fired for driving the same car as what's his face? I can't remember who it was. Anyway, he got pulled over by the cop, and Vince fired him because they were you broke kayfabe. But these days, WWE books
that should never happen. They should never put anybody like that together in an autograph signing. Yeah, that's
too much, isn't it?
They should know better.
Sounds like you're all jacked, baby. All right, well, I'm gonna go eat, and we got an hour in. That's pretty sensible. People can actually listen to this and not be fucking dreaming.
Not want to go kill themselves afterwards.
I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna tempt I can't promise all the listeners of Ringside Reality that I'll actually watch Raw Smackdown, but I am going to try to watch. Now, Raw's up against Game 5 of the NBA Finals tomorrow, so Raw's rating is going to be like 0.2. Yeah, like Game 5, Cleveland Golden State, or Titus O'Neil versus Kalisto in an old dumpster match or something fucking. So, I'm going to try to watch it, though, and I think we'll come back maybe like next weekend, and we'll talk about Raw Smackdown, and we'll preview Money in the Bank, which is, I usually like the Money in the Bank show. More just for the stipulation of it, but kind of excited for that one. It'll be, God fucking save us all, it'll be better than Extreme Rules was, because that was the most confusing event I've ever seen in my entire life. Watching that Money in the Bank, you can't
you
use
gotta
the ladder.
jump off the rope and try to grab it.
Yeah, let them do stipulation, not allowed to use ladder. So I don't know if you're good with that, then I think we'll come back next week and next weekend and do like a preview show.
Try to get it in
and
like
then
Friday
talk
or
about
something. Friday or Saturday or something like that.
Yeah. See if maybe we can get you to watch SmackDown this week and stuff.
Well,
because I haven't been watching either, so neither one of us knows what the fuck's going on.
Raw's the one that's hard to get through. I can't.
I know. Especially when the main event's like, so it's like 11:30 your time, and the main event's like Reigns versus Rollins or something. Like, you're not like, oh, I'm staying up till 12:30 to watch. Fuck, you know what I mean? You know you're just gonna go to sleep.
This week was Rollins versus Samoa Joe. Like, what am I staying awake for that for?
Yeah, like, it's not even gonna happen, man. So I think that's the plan. I got some Chinese food I'm gonna eat. I hope everybody has a good week. Johnny, have a good week at school, doing your books. Good.
Have fun at work.
Fuck. Shut up. I gotta get up and go to work this week. It's supposed to be fucking like 35 degrees here tomorrow, man. I'm going through a whole heat wave up here.
24 here today.
That's groundbreaking for down there, isn't it? So enjoy his week. Everybody enjoy their weeks. Friggin' hope everybody could enjoy Raw and SmackDown a little bit this week. I heard a rumor just before we go that apparently they know the product shit right now, and they're just waiting until like next month to bill for SummerSlam, and they're kind of just like going through the motions. And they've even acknowledged themselves, like, yes, we know it's shit. We're just not trying. So leave you with a little bit of positive note, maybe, because it's almost July. Maybe Raw will start to pick up or something by in the next few weeks. Like, it got to almost, doesn't it? So, like, eventually nobody's just going to even watch anymore. So hopefully it picks up soon. And we can have a little bit of positive stuff to talk about next week when we come back. Wouldn't that be amazing, eh? That would be the greatest thing ever. Alright, everybody, have a good week. Johnny, have a good week. We'll see you next weekend. Take care.